I believe men are the pillars of society. I believe if men crumble, society itself will crumble very soon after, if not at the same time. Reading from the website mentalhealth.org.uk. Men and mental health. In England, around 1 in 8 men have a common mental health problem. However, men may be reluctant to seek support for their mental health or disclose mental health problems to loved ones. While many of the same difficulties are experienced by both men and women, some difficulties and influences on mental health may be especially relevant for men. Societal expectations and traditional gender roles. Societal expectations, that is, the ways in which men and women have been traditionally expected to behave, may play a role in mental health. For men, societal expectations about how men should behave and what masculinity is includes the expectations that men be the breadwinners of their family, and that they display what have traditionally been perceived as masculine traits like strength, stoicism, dominance, and control. While wanting to feel and feeling strong and in control are not inherently negative things, some research suggests that a reliance on these traditional ideals as what it means to be a man may negatively impact men's mental health. The research on this suggests that behaving in a way that conforms to these expectations, specifically expectations of self-reliance and power over others, is associated with increased distress and poor mental health. Some research also suggests that men who feel as though they are unable to speak openly about their emotions may be less able to recognize symptoms of mental health problems in themselves and are less likely to reach out for support. As we as men do, we feel as though we are islands and that we can't reach out for help and that we don't want to because we see it as a weakness. Even though we know we may need the help, we have this fear of seeming weak by asking for the help. It's in a sense the understanding that these societal expectations of what we as men should be, and for many men, no matter how they try, they cannot even meet up to these expectations. Many feel as though they have failed and they aren't real men. Many doubt themselves before they've even given themselves a chance. And reading this last part from this article, very interesting and quite sad. In 2017, 5,821 suicides were recorded in Great Britain. Of these, 75% were males. Once again, 75% of the suicides recorded in Britain in 2017 were males. Suicide represents the largest cause of death for men under 50. So, of the many things that men die of or that kill men, ironically, nothing kills men more than themselves. Not just other men, literally themselves. And yes, these societal expectations are one reason, but not the entire reason. Yes, men are seen as still supposed to being traditional. We are still supposed to be traditional. But yet we are in a world where the women are told not to be traditional anymore. So for many men, the simple interactions are more difficult because not only do they have the battle of trying to secure a life for themselves, but then trying to actually secure themselves a woman and be a traditional man, and also as well things like earnings. I made a video the other day stating how the most powerful thing we as men deliver, not only to women but the entire world, is security. You'd have to watch that video to hear the full explanation. But basically, because we as men provide such security, men seeing how difficult it is to make a certain amount of money to not only support themselves, but also support a wife and children, for them, they can see how difficult that is. So even men that want to have a family can see how expensive it is, and how some men may feel like they are less of men because they cannot acquire these resources even to have a family in the first place. See, men have various reasons for why they are single. Some men choose to be that because they want to. Some men have no choice. Some men have been there and done that and they want to focus on different things. But some men can't even have a family because they can't afford to have a family. No matter if they want to go through whatever it takes to have a family, just the thought of the lack of finances in order to have a family would stop many men from even starting a family or having an option to do so. For many men, just being is very difficult. They have to deal with so many things. And we as men do not like to seek help. Therefore, men that have mental health issues, that suffer with these anxieties, suffer with these depressions, these stresses, because of that fear of being seen weak as well, and not wanting to seek help, because we may feel the position we are in itself is a weakness, so it would seem even weaker to seek help. So some men suffer. Not only some, many men suffer with the things they have gone through in life, experienced, are still going through, are afraid of happening. This is why in my videos I'm not afraid to say certain things. How certain things affect me, how I do have feelings, I feel things. I'm not a machine here. We as men need to stop this thing of acting like we don't feel things when we actually do. And yes, of course, we have that fear of being seen weak, and because we are told men should not show such emotions in public because it's seen as weak. Understandable. And it's not about being a B or a P, whatever you want to associate B and P with. It's not about being them. It's not about being soft. It's more about being honest. It's not about being feminine and being a woman and saying, oh, my feelings this, oh, my feelings, it's my manly time of the month. It's not about that. It's about saying, look, I'm a man. This has affected me in this way. Because of that, I now have this issue, this trauma, this infliction, this addiction, because of what I have been through, because of what I am trying to do or what I can't do. Reaching out for help as men is difficult, because even from a young age, men are taught we have to be islands, solid foundations, because on this foundation we have to build a family and help to support the world. Think of what is on the shoulders of us as men. But at the same time, flip that back as well. Look at it from the other angle. How important we are as men. Our importance goes beyond even our own understanding. Because for each individual man that thinks he's crap, that thinks he's nothing, that thinks he's weak, that thinks he's a loser, if that said man understood his own will, his determination, understand that he can seek more from himself, that man could turn himself into a beacon than just another pile of crap, because that is how he feels. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. The mind is a powerful thing. You can put many things into your own mind and believe them. If you continue to put thoughts in your head about how crap you are, how useless you are, how you've been rejected, how you're an outcast, how you've been treated, how you will never be anything better than the worst you have been seen as, How you feel there is no point in even trying. How you don't even care. How you just want it all to stop. Now imagine those things continually going through your head because that is what you're telling yourself. And you are afraid to seek help because even for some men, I believe some men don't even want the help. They just want to say F it because they see no point. But as a man, you have to understand the point begins with you. From we as men crumble, society crumbles. Some say let it crumble. That does not mean you have to crumble though. That does not mean for you to destroy yourself and for you to not seek the help you need. Yes, society will crumble without us. But you shouldn't spend your life living solely for society. Think more for you. No, things are not as traditional as they once were. But you know what we as men are good at? Adapting. You can have all these things saying it's this and that to be a man. Personally, I think part of what it is to be a man is how you see yourself. Do you see yourself? Are you taking the time to see yourself? Will you take the time to seek the help? The world is not out there to help us as men, but there is help out there for us. But the help starts with you. There is only one you. Say F it. Be the best you that you can be. Blaze your own trail. Carve your own path. If there is no path, then do what we as men do. Build one. Then walk it. The world is yours, but only if you actually understand it and believe it. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Hello. So I'm currently recording some more videos or editing some more videos, but there are some next to my head right here for you to watch in the meantime.